Welcome to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel.
And I'm Janet.
And this is Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. This week's Prepper Pantry pick was Idaho Original Mashed Potatoes. They were right next to the Great Value Instant Mashed Potatoes, and they were actually the exact same price per ounce. So we went with the Idahoan brand. I'm not sure flavor-wise it really matters. They're probably both about the same.
Instant potatoes.
Yeah, they're still instant potatoes. Wanted to get into the kind of the usual, break down what's in the box, calories, shelf life, those kind of things. So first off, it's 80 calories per serving, and you get 34 servings in the box, which means this entire box is about 2,720 calories, and that works out to a day to maybe a day and a half worth of food for one person. Right, so it's 13.6 cents per ounce at this size. I said the Great Value. The box was actually slightly bigger, but it was also 13.6 cents per ounce, so it didn't really matter.
Just depends on how much you want.
Right. And it said 34 servings. It works out to about 10.4 cents per serving. We said 2,020 calories in the box, so it's about $1.95 per day or per person per day for a 1,500 calorie diet, which is just above the starvation level, or $2.60 for a kind of a standard daily value 2,000 calorie diet.
All
right. So not the cheapest option we've shown so far. When you're looking at things like flour and masa, those are under $1 a day, and this is more like $2 to $3 a day. I do like it for the Prepper Pantry because of the shelf life. We'll get to that.
It's also a lot cheaper than regular potatoes.
Nowadays, yeah, regular potatoes super expensive, it seems like nowadays. So each serving, it's mostly carbs, like the whole box. It's instant potatoes, mostly carbs. You get 17 grams of carbs per serving, 1 gram fiber, 10 milligrams salt, 2 grams of protein with some calcium, iron, and potassium. Right, but it's mostly carbs, right? It's gluten-free because it's potatoes, not wheat. And the ingredients are Idaho potatoes, an emulsifier, and then a bunch of preservatives, and that gives it the shelf life, right? The box says best by April 2024, so that's about 1 year in the package. The research I've done, what I've seen, is if stored properly, think oxygen absorbers, Mylar bag, cool, dry place, you might be able to get 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Right. So in that sense, it's good to have in your pantry, whether you keep it in the box for up to a year or whether you want to go full prepper and put it in the Mylar bag with the O2 absorber for maximum shelf life. It has a lot of shelf life, and it's simple to make, right? The directions say water, salt, butter. I've made it with just water, so I've taken this kind of thing camping. It's very easy for camping. You can just dump the box in a pot with some water, and you got 2,000 calories worth of potatoes. So it's a good, quick, easy meal or a side.
You could zhuzh it up with milk.
Right, yeah. You want to talk about some of your life experiences with the
I have some strong feelings.
She's got some strong feelings about instant potatoes. Yeah. I'll slide this out of the way. You can share.
Well, I mean, you were raised a prepper. I was raised poor.
Right.
So that was always on the shelf in our house because potatoes, when I was growing up, cost more for fresh potatoes, fresh anything, fresh fruit, fresh potatoes, than for the dehydrated ones. So we always had the flake potatoes, as you were, and I'll be honest, they're not my favorite.
Right.
They really aren't. They're, I spent most of my adult life going after the fresh potato, but as I have aged, I've come to appreciate
the instant potatoes.
The instant dehydrated, one, for the convenience, two, because I guess as you get older, you become a better cook.
Yeah.
So you can make them better.
Right.
You can add butter, like I said, you can add milk, chives, cheese, you can add. I've realized that the less moisture you put into them, they're less soupy and they're fluffier. If you don't follow the directions on the box and actually back up a little of the moisture in it, they taste better. If you have less water. And I mean, I use them even to make bread with. I'll take a couple tablespoons and put it in white bread to make potato bread and make potato rolls. They're great if you just want to make you know, like a sloppy Joe casserole and just put them on top, or shepherd's pie, something like that. I mean, I would much rather use that instead of having to go through, you know, the time to make a fresh potato.
Mashed potatoes.
Even though fresh potatoes in my book are going to taste better,
Right.
And
it's a better quality.
It's a better product than that,
Right.
but anything that's processed is going to be inferior to fresh. But
Yeah. Potatoes are expensive now.
I ate a lot of those.
I eat a lot of instant mashed potatoes, yeah.
Because when you don't have money,
Right.
you know, carbohydrates fill you for cheap.
They do, yeah. And if you
And
don't
that's
have
what I
time to
grew
bake
up
bread with the
doing.
flour or make your own tortillas with the masa,
Yeah.
this is quick and easy.
Yeah, you can
Right,
make
this is a few minutes. It just says heat to boil, remove from heat, add the potatoes.
right.
Basically, you can add milk, you can add what you want to it. Yeah, and you do have some control whether you want it a little bit creamier, whether you want it a little bit drier, whether you want to mix some cheese in it.
Yeah.
You could do a
Growing
gravy
up, I remember
packet
we
and
always
have
had
some
that.
instant gravy.
And powdered milk was always cheaper than fresh milk, so we always had powdered milk. That's all
Powdered
we
milk,
ever
right.
drank was
Yeah,
powdered milk.
powdered milk.
So you could do powdered milk and that
Yeah.
with like granulated garlic and stuff, and
Right.
you know. That's how we would make it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it was shelf stable and it was always
It's shelf
there.
stable, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, different backgrounds on the potatoes. As I said, they are quick and easy, and it is good from a prepper pantry perspective. Not the cheapest option, right? We might be running out of, 2,000 calories for $1
Right.
options, but it is a good option for your prepper pantry, even at say $2 a person a day, simply because it has that long shelf life.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
quick
lot of
and easy.
vitamins and stuff. And
Yeah, you've got some
I
calcium, some
understand
iron, some
that there's
potassium.
potatoes are, just carbohydrates, but there's a
Right,
lot of
right.
good things,
Right.
potatoes that are good for you.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's it.
Yeah, that's my prepper.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. We appreciate you.